Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It is Monday for our clarity conversation. I'm excited to be here. I hope you guys are. All right. I am, of course, doing what I do best, and that is sharing this broadcast um, to our pages, and we get ready to get started. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Okay. Come on, come on. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Check in with me. Check in with me. I'm excited to be here. It's Monday. I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good. Hello, Lenitra. How are you? Hey, Cayenne. How are you? What's going on, y'all? I see y'all popping in. Let's roll. Y'all already know. So this week, this is going to be a really good conversation. Really good conversation. I'm excited about it because um there has just been a lot of talk about imposter syndrome, right? There's been a lot of talk about this. And so of course, it's only necessary. Hello, my friend. Kayla, how are you in the building? There has been a lot of talk about imposter syndrome. And so today, that's honestly where I want to focus my attention with you guys. So please bear with me. This conversation is going to be really good. I am not going to, I'm actually going to pull my notes up. Let me do that. I'm going to pull my notes up. Check in with me. How has your week? Kayla, don't start. Kayla's about to let me grab my edges. Listen, you know, I'm gonna try to be good tonight, sis. I really am. I'm gonna try to be good tonight. I really am. I'm gonna try to stay on my best behavior. We're gonna see how they go. We really are. We're gonna see how they go. Now, when I take the hair out the bow and I just start, you already know what it. You already know. You already know what that means. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, this is week number 4, right? It's week number 4 of our clarity conversations. Our clarity conversation. So, of course, week 1, we identified what your why was. Week 2, we identified your gifts. Week 3, hello, Destiny. How are you? Week 3, hello, Cherie. How are you? Happy Monday. What's up, y'all? Week 3, we talked about using your gifts in the marketplace. And today we are talking about the imposter syndrome. We are talking about the imposter syndrome. If you have not yet, please share this broadcast. I believe that this is going to help somebody that is dealing with this, that is potentially seeking to make some type of transition in the marketplace, whether it's a new job, whether it's starting a business, whatever the case may be. This information today is going to help you. Okay. So share this broadcast, and also, like before, any of our links are in the description. If you need any additional help or information, please feel free to contact us. And so let's get into it. So now that you have identified your calling, you've identified your gifts, you've learned how to use your gifts in the marketplace. Now you have to overcome the imposter syndrome, right? And so many of you are dealing with the imposter syndrome. And honestly, this is like your biggest challenge in the marketplace, because you lack the confidence in being able to move and do things with security and that sureness that you're going to show up as your authentic self. And so, first and foremost, what I want us to do is I want us to define first what is imposter syndrome? Like, what is it, right? So, it is defined as an internal experience of believing, keyword, y'all, believing that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be, as if you are a fraud. All right. So I'm going to read that again. It is an internal experience of believing that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be, as if you are a fraud. All right. And so feeling inadequate is a variable that comes from low self esteem and confidence. So you can go out into the marketplace and you can present, you are doing your job the best of your ability, and now the opportunity for you to transition into a new role, or it may be, that you're feeling this call or this sense of urgency to start a business and to start your ministry and to get started in things, but you believe that you're just not as competent. People see you in this perspective or in this way, but you don't necessarily believe that that's the true identity of you. And so you feel like, if I get out here and I start doing what it is that I'm called to do, what I'm purposed to do, people are going to see me as a fraud. And I am here to tell you today that we are breaking down every barrier, every attack of the enemy that has come against you in this season, that has told you that you are a fraud. That is completely not true. It is a tactic that the enemy uses for you not to step out on what it is that God is calling you to do in the marketplace. Okay? It's a tactic. So let's get into it. Okay? You have to understand that you are not perfect. Somebody write that in the chat for me. Say that. I'm not perfect. Stop believing that you have to be perfect and know everything, maybe about that business, about that topic, about that role that you are going after, or maybe it's that business. You are not perfect. You do not know everything. You don't know everything. I believe that if we're in that position and in that season, if we know everything, I'm pretty sure we're not here anymore. We're not going to be here anymore. All right? So you're not perfect. You're not going to know everything, y'all. You're not going to know everything. So you have to understand, and you have to stop believing that you have to know every single thing and be able to transition and be fully competent. So, what you have to understand is that you have to approach life with a growth mindset. You have to approach life with a growth mindset. Y'all know I'm a teacher, so I got to tell you exactly what a growth mindset is, right? So, a growth mindset is when you believe, listen to what I'm saying. If you believe that your talents and skills can be developed, all right? You believe that your skills, your talents, your abilities can be developed if effort is put into it. It can be developed. All right. You are open. You are embracing challenges when they come. You love growth, right? You love the idea of challenges because you know this is an opportunity for you to even expand your own capacity. All right? So we have to learn how to approach the idea or this perception of being a fraud with a growth mindset. We have to approach it with a growth mindset, because if we don't, then we will continue to believe that we are a fraud. We'll continue to believe that. Okay. So tonight, what I wanted to do was actually give you guys 3 questions that I actually asked myself to help me in this transition in this season. Like, I don't want you guys to ever think that I never went through dealing with the imposter syndrome. That was something that I definitely dealt with at the beginning of my career, and not so much as like in my business, but mostly in my career. By the time I started making a transition into my business, I was really confident and knew that the skills, the abilities, the gifts that God had blessed me with was unique to me. And so I used that as an advantage of having that identity and having that sureness of my calling. And I used that as an advantage in the marketplace. Okay. So I want to give you guys 3 questions that I actually did use to help me actually overcome imposter syndrome as well when I was working in corporate and really trying to like work my best way. And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll show up to work and we'll be doing all of these great things. And even though we hear other people tell us, like, you're doing amazing, you're doing a great job, sometimes we don't believe that ourselves. It's just like, but this is easy, right? We think in our minds, our perceptions and our beliefs tell us that what we're doing, anybody else can do. And that's not the reality. That's also part of the imposter syndrome. Okay. So let's go over the 3 questions. The 3 questions. So number 1, what accomplishments do you feel most proud of? That's one question that you should be asking yourself. What accomplishments do I feel most proud of? Whether it comes in business, whether it comes from some type of role that you've already been in, maybe it's some type of volunteering experience, maybe it's a ministry that you're serving in. What accomplishments do you feel most proud of? And I actually want you to write down why. I want you to write down why. Okay. Number 2, what do you want to accomplish in your new role or your new business or this new calling or this new ministry that you're thinking about starting? What do you want to accomplish in this? Also, and why? Remember, these are self-reflective questions that I'm asking you. Nobody can give you the answer to. So this session is not about me answering any questions. This is just coaching techniques that I want to be able to give you to be able to ask so that you can ask yourself these questions and to be able to help walk you through a revelation of a process to help you overcome that imposter syndrome. All right. So tonight, y'all are getting Coach C. Sound good? All right. So that's question number 2. What do you want to accomplish in your new role and why? All right. And the third question is, based on your previous accomplishments and the accomplishments that you wish to tackle in your new role, do you have what it takes to get the job done? Do you have what it takes to get the job done? Okay. So you're using what you have written down for question number 1 and what you have written down for question number 2. And you're just comparing this based off of what it is that you actually want to accomplish. It's basically like you're putting it in a little perfect funnel, right? So based off of already what you've done and what you want to accomplish, you know, based off of both of those things, do you have what it takes to actually get the job done? Many of you will find that you do. You will find that you do. You will find that you already have the skills, you already have the gift, You already have the ability to get the job done. And a lot of what you have been going through is that you've been talking yourself out of the situation. You've been talking yourself out of starting the business, out of starting the ministry, out of answering your calling, thinking that you have to show up perfect, right? Talking yourself out of, any new positions, opportunities, promotions, because you've lacked the belief that you could actually get it or that you actually deserve it. So many of us, as we even talked about from the first week, that lack of belief, that is the biggest thing where most people are challenged when it comes to overcoming the imposter syndrome. It's the confidence. Many of you just don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. And so you don't believe that you can actually get the job done because of what you are telling yourself. Remember, I said earlier, other people are telling you that you have it, that you have the gifting, that you have the skills, like you can do this. You're already excelling at it. But for some reason, you don't believe it yourself. So you have to identify, why don't I believe in myself? Why don't I believe in myself? That's a whole nother session. That's a whole nother session. I wish I could get into that tonight, but that's just a whole nother session. And I want to stay on topic. Okay. So this is how we are moving forward when it comes to positioning ourselves with overcoming the imposter syndrome. This is more clarity work that requires you to have to answer these questions. You have to answer these questions. And remember also that you have to approach this with a growth mindset. We're not perfect. God never asked us to be perfect to show up. He just asked us to show up. Many of you have probably felt the call on your life, whether it is to start a business, whether it's to start this ministry, whether it is that you are teaching and preaching or whatever the case may be. And the thing is, you have stopped yourself because you don't believe that you have what it takes, or that you feel like you got to go to seminary, or you feel like you got to, you got to get that extra degree, or I need to get this extra certification. That's it. He just needs a willing vessel. That's it. And the thing is, you don't need all of that to confirm your calling and to confirm what you're supposed to do in the marketplace. You don't need all of that. Those are just tools to be used to get into the rooms that you are supposed to be in. But they're not confirmation. It's not confirmation to your calling. So you have to learn how to start believing in yourself and giving yourself, like people now, they talk a lot about affirmations. I'm very big on affirmations. You have to truly start feeding your subconscious mind the positive things about you. Many of you have been telling yourself so many negative things, and it has not been benefiting you at all. It has not been benefiting you at all. It's time for many of you to wake up, to answer your call, and for you to get out into the marketplace and start doing what it is that you're called to do. So, look at me as your wake up call. Look at me as your wake up call. All right. Okay. So, I wanted to give you those three questions. Number one, what accomplishments do you feel most proud of and why? Number two, what do you want to accomplish in your new role and why? Remember, it's always the why part, y'all. It's always the why part. Detaching your why from other things, people. It needs to be about you. It needs to be about you. All right. And then also, the last question was based on your previous accomplishments and the accomplishments that you wish to tackle in your new role or your new business or your new ministry, whatever the case may be. Do you have what it takes to get the job done? You're just comparing. You're just comparing and contrasting. That's it. Y'all remember those what are the Venn diagrams? Y'all remember those circles we used to do in school? Right? Two differences, and then in the middle, what's the same? That's all y'all doing. So I hope that this was able to, help you on the journey of overcoming. I feel like some of the things too, for many of you who don't know, Thursday, I'm going to be doing a workshop with the Urban League Young Professionals. If you guys go on my page, you'll see the link. And a lot of what I'm going to be talking about, like how to truly overcome imposter syndrome, is going to be in that workshop. We're going to be talking about setting boundaries. And a lot of what I'm going to be talking about on Thursday, like, it's going to really get to the crevices of why you're dealing with imposter syndrome. It's going to deal with a lot of that. Okay. So, yeah, I don't want to hold you guys too long tonight. But these are the three questions. And if you guys are looking for an exclusive community, please make sure that you join the career code, excuse me, y'all. We have free career advice that we're giving every single day at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. So if you have not joined our community, please make sure you join our community. And for those of you who are actually looking for a more intimate setting, we do have our inner circle membership community that right now it's only $40 a month. Right now. Hence, I said right now. Because we will be going up on a price September 1st. September 1st, we will be going up on a price. And so if you want to get in on that offer, please sign up for our inner circle group. If you feel like, you do need more coaching, you need more help overcoming imposter syndrome, where it's more of a one-on-one design and it's just me and you, feel free to hit that discovery call and let's chat a little bit. Let's see exactly where you are and identify that. And I want to see exactly where you're trying to go and maybe see if I could possibly help you get there. All right. So yeah. So that's all we got tonight, y'all. That's all we got tonight. So I'm excited because we're not gonna end these clarity conversations next week. Please join me in coming to visit with me via live. Yes, actually, Cherie, it is on my page, but it should be in this description. So if you see like read more or something like that, you should see it in the description. So on Monday, we're going to continue these clarity conversations. But I have some special guests that's going to join me on next Monday. She's a powerhouse all on her own, like literally all on her own. But I just want to announce to you guys who are here on this live, because you've been showing up. Majority of you have been here consistently. And so I just wanted to notify and let you all know that we're going to continue to have these conversations and to join me for our high earners conversations. We are getting ready to be intentional about getting you guys to the 6 and 7 figure mark this year. And so we're getting ready to have a lot of dialogue, a lot of conversations around how to get there, the competencies that you need, the skills that you need. You just being able to be who you are, and showing up and being confident in who you are. And so that's a lot of what these conversations are going to be targeted towards. So we're trying to get you guys to the 6 and the 7 figure mark when it comes to producing in the marketplace. So I'm very excited to be able to start coming back and just interviewing people like you guys knew before. Like I was doing some interviews last year where we were doing a lot of business owners, but this year it's more targeted towards high earners. And so I'm really trying to make sure that I am bringing content, I'm bringing people, the exposure to you where you can actually gain access to people's other people's network also, but getting the information that you need to become a high earner. All right. So that's what we're about. That's what we're really trying to do. And that's Career Corp's mission, is to continue to see salary increases. That's all I want to see. I want to see salary increases. I want to see people, writing messages that they're starting their business. They've answered their call. Like, I want to see more of it. Like, I'm starting to see it, but I want to see more of it. Like, a lot of you have been waiting. Now, I'm not talking about some of you who just want to jump out there just to jump out there. Like, let's get that, completely correct. That's not what I'm talking about. But for many of you, you have experience, you desire to do this, you know that you are competent to do this, but you just keep telling yourself that I can't do this. These are the people that I'm talking to. Okay? Not the premature jumpers, not the people who just go off on a limb and, just jump out there and just do stuff just to do it and just to get clout. I'm not talking to those people. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to serious purposepreneurs who know that they have a calling, know what they're supposed to be doing, and need to overcome. So join me next Monday, 8 p.m. I have a special guest who's going to be joining me. We are having a 6-figure conversation next week, and I am looking forward to seeing all of you. Hi, Aunt Pam. I am looking forward to seeing all of you next week. Yeah. This has been good. I told y'all I wasn't going to keep you too long. Now, next week's conversation may go a little bit long, so y'all just be ready, but bring your notebooks, notepads. Y'all already know, like, we're going to be intentional about building on this conversation because now you already know what you should be doing. Like, you should be aligned to that thing now. And so now let's just build upon this and just continue to grow. All right. So I look forward to seeing all of you all next Monday. Continue to support. And if you are coming Thursday, I will see you Thursday for the boundaries workshop. So I'll see many of you on Thursday. Some of you have already wrote me and confirmed that you will be in the building. So I'm excited to see all of you guys. Please make sure we get pictures. Like, I'm all about it. Like, let's continue to build our brands. So yeah. All right. So I will see all of you then. Until next time, y'all already know. Deuces. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. We will definitely be connecting. Definitely connecting. All right. See y'all later.